Hello everyone and welcome back to Project Agrotugal here in the Agro Azores map. Welcome. Alright, we are picking up right where we left off in the last episode, and that has only one reason. I was planning initially to come back in the month of March. That's when we can do a bunch of stuff around the farm. But actually, I found out that I neglected something very important, and that's why we are back here. It's 12:54, so about 1 p.m. on November, and this is what I actually neglected. So, guys, we are doing cows, and we are betting everything on our cows, and we have plenty of hay. And I figured that this hay that we have currently, and especially our field over there, it's able to produce hay to sustain around or maybe more than 200 cows in our barn. So having that in mind, what I was scared of, which was not to have enough hay to sustain our cows during the winter, it seems to me that it's kind of unreasonable that we have plenty of it and we are even going to have excess. So what I neglected to see was right here on our finances, for example, that we can see here that we had an expense of 558 euros for maintenance, but we are selling around 2,300 euros of lettuce per month, which will cover all the expenses that we have in our farm currently. So this is the first thing that I neglected. So in terms of money that we have currently 19,547 euros, that should be a good amount of money to have in the bank, and we don't have nothing to worry about it. In terms of our barn, the water is fine, the food is almost full or full, and our cows are producing milk, and we have right now 6,238. It's updating every hour. 6,238 liters of milk, and that's what we need to sell. So that's going to be the core business of our farm. However, I neglected something else, which would be here. If we come here down to milk, all right, we can see here that we can sell milk at a high price in September or in January. All right. And since we have some milk and we need to have some returns on our farm, and we are only able to pick up the hay in March, so January could look at a good month to sell milk. And we still have a couple of months until reaching there. All right. So I figured that instead of these 30 cows, we could add some more. Also, on the other hand, and something that I neglected was actually back here. We have here the cedar, and this cedar basically allows us to make a bunch of crops. But we have here a planter, okay? And the planter, and we can go, wait, in this menu to check our planter. This is good basically to make cotton, sugar beet, peas, sunflowers, corn, and some more stuff. Okay, but these root crops, we are not actually going to do it because the harvester machines are very expensive. So this is something that we are not going to do at all. So for now, at least for now, on a later stage, I can never say. So what I figure is that I neglected to probably put a better use to this money. Right now in here it says the planter is worth 11,831 euros. So what I figured, since we are betting on cows and we need to have milk to sell, hey, let's finance growing our barn with more farms, and let's sell this planter because we actually don't need it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. We're gonna sell this. We're gonna go down there to the shop because I figured that the price there it's going to be higher. And then we come up here and we'll buy some more cows. And that way we will have much more milk to sell in January, and that's a good month to sell milk according to the statistics there. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm a little bit sad because it's a good planter, but hey, I think with these kind of fields and harvesters being so expensive to even rent, it's not worth it for now to keep it. So better sell it and invest in more cows. So I'll see you guys when we're down there. Okay, we are here and just going to turn off our engine, get out, and let's try and sell. Oops, I'm going on the wrong way. And let's see how much we can get for this. We're gonna sell it. Yes, I want to sell it. And that gave us 13,013 euros. So yeah, it was worth it to drive it down here. So we got rid of it, and we're gonna go back to our farm to get a few more cows. Now, I also have thought about other options, and I was even thinking of diversifying a little bit more of our farm. And that was an option that I've studied also, which was to buy some cheap land, another cheap lot, and get a sheep barn and get some sheep, because our hay, it's good to feed sheep, and we could diversify a bit more. But in order to achieve that, because things are kind of expensive, especially the barns, we could only afford like the open barn, the open pasture for the sheep, and buy some sheep. We would have to sell also our other tractor, the Massey Ferguson, and we could do that. The problem was that sheep produce wool in pallets, and then we needed something to load our pallets and sell the wool, and the Massey Ferguson is the only tractor that has the possibility to attach a forklift in the front, so that would not be good to sell it. So we kind of, and then we needed also to buy something to load the pallets on and so on, so it's not working. In my opinion. If you guys don't agree, just please leave it on the comments below. So I thought this was the better option, selling the planter and invest in more cows to our barn, and hopefully have much more milk to sell when January comes. Also, You can say, oh well, but you don't need the seeder also and the power harrow. Well, that's where it's a bit wrong because, as I've said before, I want to fix those two huge craters that are currently on our field. And if we're doing that with the tools we have here available, we can cover those holes, but then we would need to plow it, to then prepare the field with the power harrow, and then seed it with grass. So that's why we're going to need that equipment. And that will come in a later stage, as I explained in the last episode, that I'm not sure if I need to use lime every tree harvests or not. We'll kind of see about that. So basically, this was the rationale behind the decision of selling the planter, since we are not doing root crops, and invest that money in cows. And let's go here to our animal trigger. Can I park the tractor here? Well, let's turn it around just to be a little bit more neat. Let's turn this tractor around, stop it here. Let's get out and let's get us some more cows. So, girls, you're gonna have new company. Okay. Also, there is a decision that we need to make, but later on, is whether or not we should buy some beef cows. They're a bit more expensive, but I heard these beef cows, the Hangas and the limousines, I heard they give us a good profit. But right now we're concentrating on milk. So we have 32,000 in our bank. So let's see how many cows, and we're going to buy the most expensive ones. Let's see how many we can get. So 10 would be 16,000. And how much it would cost? Oh, 20 would be 33,000. We don't have that kind of money. So 15. No, let's do it in even numbers. Okay. And this is like 1/3 of what we have already. So let's buy it's 16,400 to 500. Okay. Uh, yeah, let's buy more 10 cows. Buy. Yes, I want. Let's go. Okay, so now we have new livestock in our barn. Oop, let's get into here. Since, if my calculations are right, as I told you, that field and the production that we now have in terms of hay will be enough to sustain around 200 or even more cows. And we were able basically to not make that much big of a risk in terms of money. We could have probably bought more. Let's park the tractor here. But I'm sure I want to play kind of safe, so it will be fine. Now we have 40 cows altogether. And they're going to produce milk that we need to sell in January. This is the basic equipment that we need for now. And actually, I still couldn't find out what is the capacity of our hay loft. It's got a lot of hay stored in there, which is good. This grain, this could be actually sold also, because I could use this one to transport the hay. But yeah, let's leave it there. All right. So this was basically what I forgot. and I've been punching numbers in my spreadsheet to keep track of everything. And that's actually the numbers that I'm punching give me some statistics that kind of assures me that we are doing the right the right moves. Okay, so let's sleep here for 1 month and let's be back in December. All right, we are back in December, 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's check how's everything. We can better check it over here. Okay, as you see, there is still plenty of water in our barn. There is plenty of food in our barn. Our cows, these ones are 30% in reproduction, which they will start having babies a little bit forward in time. And these ones are 10%, but they're both on 100% health, which is quite fine. And we now have 10,108 liters of milk. So that's quite good. Let's check also on, yeah, here in our greenhouses. And you see water is plenty, so nothing to worry. The plenty of water in the greenhouses. And if we check our finances, in last month, November, we sold 2,233 euros of lettuce because our greenhouse are selling directly. We had 560 euros expenses for maintenance, and we have negative 1,810 euros as a result because we sold the planter for 13,013 euros and we spent 16,500 euros on 10 cows. Yeah, but we're still making good. We have 17,000 euros in the bank. Let's check what's the projection in terms of the products. Milk, still January looks good. December is really low in milk. If we check here, milk is selling right now. The most price is on the bakery with 1,241 euros per 1,000 liters of milk. And we can shoot to have something like 1,300 ish, okay, in January. And basically that's nothing much to worry. We can check down there in our field and check how is our grass. Hey, December, and it's quite dark and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So our grass is growing. Okay, everything looks good. But it's saying it needs lime. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, only on the edges there. We can correct that later on. Okay, so since we are at this point in time, December, everything looks fine. We can come back in January again to sell milk and keep moving forward. So let's see each other in January. And January is here. We had a wonderful Christmas at the farm. We didn't party much, but we did what we had to do. So let's check again our barn. And as you can see, we have plenty of food still. We have plenty of water. And we have 14,428 liters of milk. And reproduction here is 40%, here is 20%, which is fine. Let's check our greenhouses. Still plenty of water, which is good. So we don't have much to do. As far as our finances, we grown again to 19,788. In the month of December, we had a profit of 2,000 euros because we sold 2,574 euros in lettuce. Yeah, and that looks absolutely fine. So let's see again. Let's see. I keep on messing this up. Okay, let's see the price of milk right now. 1,420. Oh, that's kind of good. That's kind of good. 1,420 on the farmer's market per 1,000 of liters of milk. So and that's above average. That's wonderful. So we are going to collect our milk and we are going to sell it and make some more profit from our cows. The first time we selling milk. Oh, let's jump in here. It's 8 o'clock in the morning in January. Okay, now in order to sell milk, we need to get rid of all this water. We still have some water here in the tank. And yeah, let's try to get rid of all of it. Hopefully it will all go away. Because our barn was good in water, but still needed some, and I hope it's all going away. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Oh, yeah. We got rid of all the water. Let's just double check the barn. Yeah, we still have room for more water. So what we can do is we sell the milk and we can just pick up some water in January and just refill everything, since we are going to be projecting to sell milk again only in September. So yeah, actually I have kind of a solution. In order to, if we have excess water, we just need to buy something where we can reserve our water. And now it's going to be the usual nightmare to drive backwards this thing over there, man. Probably I'm going to accelerate the video here in order for not to bother you guys, because I'm guessing this will take a huge long time to put this damn thing there. It's very difficult to drive this tank because of that axle there. Okay, just bear with me, and probably I'll get back to you as soon as I can park this. Dang, it took us a long time to fill it up. And we're gonna do it one more time. We have 8,000 liters of milk here, so it filled up quite quick, and we're gonna go and sell it. And let's check again where we are going to sell this. I think it's on the farmers market. Yeah, farmers market. All right, we know where that is, and let's go and sell our first milk, 8,000 liters of it. Okay, we are approaching the farmers market, and we are going to sell this milk. There we go. And let's sell milk. Okay, it gave us 11,367 euros. And we still have more to sell. So let's go back to the farm and pick up the rest of the milk that we have there. We still have a good quantity there. So let's go back and sell the remainder milk. And I will see you guys when I'm reaching over there. Oh man, it was again a nightmare to be able to put it here. Let's fill it up again. More 6,000 liters. A little bit more. And let's go back to the farmer's market and sell the remainder milk for this month. And you know what? I'm really thinking, even though that I didn't want to use, or at least minimize the usage of mods, I think that I'm going to really look for a mod that can have a water and milk tank better than this one, because I'm really struggling with this milk tank. This axle gives me a lot of trouble. So again, see you guys when we're ready there to sell the remainder of the milk. And ready here to sell our milk. Let's go. Let's see how much this one brings. Oh, I love to see that money going up. Another 9,263 euros. Man, that was amazing. Okay. So, right now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna fill up our greenhouses with water since we're down here, and we make this video a little bit shorter than the other previous videos. Up. Let's go. We haven't been here in a while, so let's visit our greenhouses. There they are. Oh, beautiful. And they've been making some money for us, even though, as I've stated previously, the fact that we put it on selling, I heard it takes about 40% of our profit every time we sell, and we never sell at the best rates. Hey, but it really, it's not a burden. You know, we just need to be sure that they have plenty of water and they keep on giving us money to pay for some expenses on the farm and a little bit more, and we are at 40,476 euros in our bank account. And I'm gonna tell you, I have nothing, absolutely nothing to complain about. Can't complain about that. The only thing I'm complaining is about this darn water tank. I really hate it. I really hate it. And guys, I'm deciding that I'm really going to look for a mod. Oh, as you see, this field had some crops growing. We should address that, and we should level this land also. But we'll do it when we have plenty of money. In the meantime, the fact that we're passing over here should destroy it. Yep. Because we have crop destruction on. Oh. You see, it's kind of... Okay, let's fill this one with water since we are here. We'll fill the other one also. Make sure that everything is pretty full, and then take more water up there so we can sustain our cows. Alright, I'm gonna go back at the farm, and I'll see you guys up there when I'm all parked and nice. See you in a while. Finally we were able to park this damn water tank and have it here, so let's just dump whatever water our barn needs to be full. Oh, I hope it doesn't take everything. Okay. We still have 4,000 liters there, so it's fine. Actually, I'm wondering, let's turn off these lights. Let's park our tractor because we're not going to need it anymore for now. And I'm wondering how the whole situation is right now as far as slurry, because we have slurry there. And that's something else that we can also sell. First, let's park our tractor, turn it off. Let's get out. Let me check. So here, as far as productivity, we are at 100%. We have 30,000 liters of water. We are out of milk because we sold everything. And It doesn't say the slurry capacity. All right, so these ones are at 40%. These ones are at 20% reproduction. We still have plenty of hay, so we don't need any more for now. But I'm wondering, in terms of slurry, what do we have? As you can see here, our greenhouses are full. Where can I see? Where can I see the quantity of slurry I have? Hang on just a second. Maybe I can see it here. Yeah, because here it gives us our totals. We have 76,993 liters of hay, which is plenty. Slurry, we have 27,958. Yeah, but there is no selling point available for this, for slurry. So basically, slurry, we can use it to fertilize our field. Then we're going to need it when time comes for us to fix that our land and those craters that affect us right there. In terms of fields, we are doing perfectly okay. Everything is growing. No big deal. Okay. And we're in January. In terms of our finances for this month, in January, as you can see, we're having a 21,000 euro profit, which looks good. And our objective would be to buy the dairy so we can produce cheese and raise our profits that way. Uh, we could invest some more money in more cows to produce more milk, but I really don't want to do it right now. If I can find a mod that gives us a proper tank for milk and water, that would be perfect. So, this is January. I'm going to leave it here. It's a shorter episode. The other ones have been pretty big. We've been sleeping, and hopefully, we're coming next month, next episode in March, where we're going to work on our field again and check everything up. In the meantime, I'm going to look for a mod to replace that water tank and milk tank. Probably we'll need to buy one. We'll see. And guys, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting Agrotugal on the Agro Azores map here. Thank you for all your comments. And I hope to see you guys on the next episode. And in the meantime, please don't forget, no agriculture, no food. So let's support our farmers. And guys, be happy. Thanks a lot. See you again soon. Bye bye.